Well, the end of an era. The Ringling Bros Circus is ending its run with its final show in April. For one woman, the circus helped shape her own life and her family. News Channel 3's Jeremy Chin shares her story.
Spectacle of acrobatics, feats of the imagination, and the thrill of the exotic. The Ringling Bros Circus has long set the bar for live entertainment in attempting to live up to its name, the greatest show on earth.
It's the kind of production that lets you relate to people as you dance by or look in people's eyes or see their reactions. And it brings back those memories of what the circus is really about for performers.
Linda Holst was a circus showgirl and performer in the 1970s and 80s.
This is a circus history book, and lo and behold, a photograph of me riding an elephant. This was in 1975.
She says her years with the circus were the most formative time of her life. It's when she met her husband Tim and had her children. They spent much of their time moving across the country on the circus train.
The train is really important. It was our moving community. It's over, I believe, 1.5 miles long. The animals, the equipment, and each of our tiny houses.
It was a close-knit community that taught her life lessons such as being punctual and performing in the spotlight.
The culture, the disciplines, the thoughtfulness, a lot of those attributes came from the circus. You know, parents like to claim that, but you know, your environment has a big influence.
Her most endearing memories include the elephants.
I love the elephants. I was privileged to be able to ride an elephant my very first year as a circus showgirl. And you'd be in costume and you'd look at their eyes and you'd know that there was an intelligent being inside.
Despite the popularity of the elephant acts, Ringling Bros retired them last year. The decision made due to a growing list of state and local rules regulating exotic animals and protests from animal rights activists. Holst says she understands.
What was interesting is the elephants always, even unsupervised, knew where they were going to go. So you bond with your elephants. My elephant's name was Teachy, and she was the one that would stand on her head in the show. So I think probably emotionally, the elephants are probably the key thing that everybody looks to.
The retirement of the elephants, declining ticket sales, and high operational costs eventually led to the announcement that the Ringling Bros Circus would end.
It's certainly understandable because the costs to run the circus, to keep the high caliber show is enormous. And being a family run business, I'm just, my own self tells me that they took on whatever burden financially just to keep the circus going.
Animal rights groups such as PETA hailed the end of the circus as a win. Their activists frequently protested shows saying animals such as elephants were being mistreated and aren't meant to be in shows like the circus. Holst says when she was in the circus, that was not the case.
They don't realize that during the time that I was with Ringling, all the animals were well taken care of, but you enjoy a special relationship with elephants that you might never have had, which carries over into your life.
Holst believes the country is losing a special show.
It's a loss for everybody to lose this tradition and the value it gives to children.
Holst plans to be there for the final show in May when the Ringling Bros Circus will close for good.
I'm sure there'll be lots of tears. There'll be hugs. It makes me tear up even to talk about it.
A ta-da moment that will bring the end of an era for the greatest show on earth. Jeremy Chin, News Channel 3.